What up, y'all? It's your boy, the Overlord here.
And your boy, Kobu Khan.
Hey, now we got this little selfie stick monopod.
Oh, the monopod, as you called it.
Yeah, I did call it monopod. It is called a monopod. Like, it's what it says right here.
I know, that is exactly what it is called.
Yeah.
But no one else will see it as that.
No, but yeah, but that's what I don't want to be like. Hey, you got a selfie stick? No, I wasn't gonna.
This intro's all the way off.
I wasn't gonna say that. That sounded dumb as hell.
I probably should have just let you make it. Cause on this selfie stick,
it's fine. I don't care.
All right.
But I don't know. We're trying to like look up topics to talk about, but
I mean, I found one.
What'd you find?
Well, I was going on like comicbook.com. I was like to look on there for different topics to discuss. And for this week, I wanted to talk about, because of the Black Batwoman, I was inspired by legacy characters. You know, characters that you see pick up the moniker after the original hero, or for a time, or permanently. Now, anybody that knows Overlord here knows that he is a humongous fan of the Flash.
Yeah.
Actually, why don't you tell the viewers what's your personal favorite Flash?
Oh, it has to be Barry Allen.
Like the original.
The original is
Jay Garrick.
Jay Garrick.
Okay.
That's the original Flash. The one who, I guess technically the one who picked up the moniker.
So yeah, your favorite hero is that legacy character.
Right. So yeah, I don't know. He was just the way he did things was cool for me. You know, like Wally wasn't like my second favorite. Right. To where he was real goofy with it. He's kind of like a nerd, like the rest of us, whatever. But I don't know, like Barry just did it better for me. I don't know, like he just hit different. So it's just one that I preferred over like the other ones, even though like Wally and Bart ended up becoming like some of the fastest. But I don't know, Barry just did it different for me, man. Just stuck up for me.
Now I know the fandoms and the communities are very much split on legacy characters, because for every person that loves Barry Allen or Wally West, there's also people,
Hal Jordan or
John Stewart. Although technically they existed at the same time. As I don't really count him as a legacy character because he existed at the same time as another legacy character. So it was kind of like a police corps. So I really don't count the Green Lanterns as a legacy character. I think it was just another way to take the direction they're taking the character. I'm talking about a character who's just like, nah, I'm here. I'm the only one here for the time being, and that's all you got. Like, or you can. There's also the aspect of nowadays what they do, where people get upset.
Ooh.
I'm talking, of course, about Riri Williams, who was a.k.a. Ironheart.
What I'm also
talking about the Amadeus Cho,
Go ahead.
a.k.a. the Totally Awesome Hulk.
Okay.
Characters that were people like, man, why do they have to bring in these characters in? Why can't they, to replace others? Why can't they just totally create new ones? So they renamed Riri Williams Ironheart, who never took the name Iron Man. And then you've got the Totally Awesome Hulk, who literally called himself the Totally Awesome Hulk, so he wasn't the Incredible Hulk.
Right.
And like, I feel like a lot of people personally, nowadays, like, honestly, we didn't care back in the day, like when they had a legacy character change. We were like, oh shit, new person playing the character.
New. But everybody's like, oh, but that's my favorite one. Why would they replace my favorite?
But my childhood.
Like, it hurts. Like I don't want to see this happen.
So I'm kind of shocked by how our community received legacy characters, like the new generations versus the older ones in the Silver and Bronze Age. Because for a time when, after Bruce had died, and I think it was Crisis on Infinite Earths? Or was it Infinite Crisis? One of the two.
Yeah, Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yeah, where he died, or got sent back in time, yet somehow left the decayed, desiccated corpse of his body. Well, we're not going to talk about that.
There's a lot of things that, like, even with like
Dick Grayson actually took over as Batman for a while.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite runs of comic books.
When Dick Grayson takes over?
Yeah. I thought it was really awesome. I thought he handled the struggles of not being Batman and being Batman very well. And then I believe Damian was his sidekick at the time, was his Robin. And it caused the two of them to become much closer, to the point that, like, Dick Grayson is the person that Damian is closest to in the Bat family. Yeah. Obviously now the person he's closest to is, John Kent, his best friend. So.
Yeah, I'm not too really up on it, but yeah.
Oh, you should definitely read the Super Sons series. You would actually
Super Sons?
Yeah. It's Damian Wayne.
It's
Damian Wayne and John Kent. Basically, the DC Rebirth Superman, the universe that has a son. It's his son is Superboy now.
Okay.
So they have a comic book series called Super Sons, which basically kind of team up as like a kid's version of the World Finest.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, legacy characters.
So who will be your favorite legacy character?
Oh man, I have to think about that one. It's my favorite legacy character. Person to hold the moniker. Of all time, I'd have to think about it. Most recently, put me on the spot here. Honestly, it'd probably have to be Amadeus Cho, because I really liked what he did with the Totally Awesome Hulk, because it was a Hulk where he, on the surface, without giving anything away, well, it was a Hulk that was like, well, what if the Hulk had control being the Hulk from the beginning and loved every second of being the Hulk? Like any of us would actually normally do.
But not like, you know, in-game Hulk where it's like, sooner you can talk goes over. Like kind of like that guy, like where he's just like, he's kind of like
he was a total
hipster
dude,
Hulk. Hipster Hulk.
It was like an ultimate power fantasy for like one of the top 10 smartest people in the Marvel Universe, who overall was probably bullied for being a nerd before he actually realized how smart he was.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was just kind of someone that thoroughly enjoyed being the Hulk, and literally the way it started was like, he was like, Bruce Banner was about to die as the Hulk, and he was like, the only way I can save him is if I take on the gamma radiation from him and in turn the Hulk from him. And he did. And there's a whole lot of like technical drill that goes into it, but basically he was able to siphon the Hulk from Bruce Banner, and Bruce Banner was able to go about living a normal life, which is what he wanted. Amadeus Cho's like, with my brain, I could put the Hulk to good use, which is what he wanted. And he's like, hey, give the power to someone who actually wants it and can use it effectively.
Right.
And that's what basically Amadeus Cho was doing. But everybody was up in their arms about it. It was like, oh, this is not my Hulk. It's like, yes, I want my Hulk depressed and sad and telling me how he hates being the Hulk for years and years and years without any way of changing the character. My personal opinion, the Hulk reached peak character development once he hit Doc Green, because like from there you really can't do anymore. Like he's reached the epitome and the ideal of the Hulk. So I appreciate like all different Marvel for taking their chances like that to do something like that.
What do you feel about? It's gonna get controversial than the mug, bro.
Okay.
So what do you feel about like taking characters and like either what you said like last time, internet order, blah blah blah, whatever makes them female, or like changing their races? You know, like the whole thing with.
So you're talking about Thor?
Not all that, or I was really leaning towards like Spider-Man. You know how everybody was like, Donald Glow for Spider-Man. And they're like, no, he's black, don't do it.
Oh,
kill him. Yeah.
Well, obviously we see how that worked out in the long run.
We got Miles, but
yeah, I mean, Miles is like one of my favorite Marvel superheroes of all time. Like, so you can probably guess how I feel about the situation. I feel like, and here's my take on any character, any hero that you change for the legacy. If you change something about them that is not a fundamental part of their character or identity, it does not matter.
Right.
Let me say this: if Spider-Man can still work as a female Spider-Man, I'd like to see it how it would be done. If Spider-Man can still work as like an Asian American or a Middle Eastern, I would like to see how it would be done.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to want to limit the creative aspects of people just because I'm married to this character has to be this. So, someone came at me the other day and was like, all right, you're fine with Miles being black. What if someone made Static Shock white? I was like, I'd be fine with it, because there are people that are white that deal with gang violence.
Yeah.
Hot Streak and Static Shock was white and was in a gang.
Yeah. I mean, even like you go to TV, like Richie was right there with Stag the whole time. So I mean,
he was there the entire time.
It's possible that he could have.
Hugh got shot.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's a possibility that he could.
Hugh got his stripes in these streets. He got shot and lived.
Well, because like there's like the whole thing about like, you know, MJ being black, or even Iris West being black for a while, but like these characters weren't like they're.
That wasn't a fundamental.
Yeah, like it didn't change who they were.
And also shout out to casting, because every single black Iris has been fine as hell.
Oh yes, like they have done no wrong with.
They have done no wrong to Iris West.
Made her thick to them. I was like, oh, hold up, I like this.
It buried like himself a little.
And
it buried like himself a little bit more chocolate than he's invited to the cookout anyway.
Hey, wait, Barry got docked by a whole black family.
You seen his 40? You seen his 40 term? Barry's been invited to the cookout.
He got adopted by a whole black family. He was going whether he wanted to or not.
Oh,
hey, come out your room. Let's go. Get it dressed. Let's go. Let's get it. Come on. Let's go.
Nah, Barry.
You better learn how to cook your tail salad right.
Don't give me that CPT shit. I know you'll be there in 5 seconds. Get your ass up.
Yeah, let's go. But yeah, I mean, I really didn't. I really just feel like people were just like, well, you know, what if we did the opposite? Or like a lot of things that were done for like black heroes, whatever, were just pivotal for. Like if you changed them, it would kind of change who they were. Like Black Panther, like you really couldn't make him white because of the legacy.
Right.
Like it changes a pivotal part of who that is. But some people just like, no, I want.
I want this. I want that.
I want to stay exactly the same way.
Going
like
on a tangent right here. People getting upset about a potentially black Superman. Two things. One, he already exists.
Yeah.
Since 2005.
Yeah. That was odd. Yeah.
Two different ways.
Yeah, definitely.
Two, Superman isn't human.
Right. That was my thing. I was like, bro, so you tell me that this alien gets to come down, get full white privilege, like no questions asked, and everybody's like, well, if he was black, I mean, it would change the way that America looks at. No, bro, it's just.
I mean, Kryptonians can't come in different shades. Also, if you told me there's a superhero who was powered by the sun, I wouldn't assume he was white.
Like melanin. Melanin? You feel me? Like what? So he was.
I might actually get canceled for that one.
He absorbed no sunlight.
I might actually get canceled for that.
I don't care. What? Like, come on now, bro. He's like, yeah, he gets powered by the sun, but he's pasty for some reason.
Never can.
Yeah. Oh, and another thing that was weird to me, like, so like.
But you know he isn't human.
No.
So he don't have that melanin anymore.
I guess. So. But I was gonna say, there was like a video of Henry Cavill, however you pronounce his last name. There you go. He was like working out, getting all strong for like this new Superman movie, and I was like, why does Superman have to look strong? Doesn't make any sense. Like,
I mean,
in a way,
if you want to go back to the inception of the character, he's literally supposed to be the Superman, the peak ideal of human physicality.
Well, like, but what on earth could really like get him to that? To like get him to like look the way that he would, like what can he use to really work out that can actually build his body up? Like
okay, I see what you're saying. Like, what on earth could actually give him enough of a challenge to physically build muscle?
Right. Like he would like because like with the one what was it?
Because there is that storyline when he bench pressed the entire weight of the earth for 3 days straight without stopping.
Like in Flashpoint where like they find him in like a room with like a red sun, like a red, something that emulates a red sun, so like he doesn't get his power, but he's like real strong or whatever, but still super powered. So like, what's the real purpose of him? I guess really looking strong. Cause I mean, like even like back in the day,
I think it just comes.
They didn't always have Superman that looked strong because like what's his name? The one with Terry Thatcher.
Are you talking about Kristen?
No, his name was like I can't remember what it is, but there was like the TV show one where. He wasn't really like
with Lois Lane.
Yeah.
Lois and Clark.
There you go. He wasn't really like buff. You know, he was just like a normal looking guy, but he was just like he was mild mannered. You know, he didn't really look like somebody who could like beat you up. But like Henry's like he's like this 6'5". I don't know how tall he is, but like big guys. Like, but like
I think they wanted to kind of breed into the thing of like Superman always looking super, and then like he just rather than being with the Daily Planet. He would just kind of like, after he came back from the death, he obviously couldn't go back to the Daily Planet. So I think they're kind of more leaning on him, leaning into his Kryptonian heritage in WB. Honestly, I don't know. WB's kind of having a low-key Civil War thing behind the scenes if you've actually read the articles. Mm-hmm. So I don't know where the fuck WB is going right now. But I think it should be very interesting to keep your eye on it because I have a feeling that Zack Snyder is about to get reinstated permanently back to the DCEU.
Man, I actually saw like the trailer for the Snyder cut of Justice League. I was like, this actually looks better.
No, I was legit mad. I was like, if this is what WB robbed me of, like the trailers alone have fixed a lot of the main problems I had with the original Justice League.
Except for the Flash. Ezra Miller, don't do it again.
Yeah. Also, cancel culture. Why the fuck does Ezra Miller still have a job when he physically choked a woman on camera?
Wait, I didn't even see that. Who did he choke?
Oh, there was some random girl that was trying to talk to him, and he's like, come here, and he grabbed her by the throat and then pushed her back like that on camera.
Dang.
That's because she was annoying him. He did it all while he was smoking a cigarette. I was like, so cancel culture, why does he still have a job?
Why does he get a pass? I don't understand that. Because
no one's explained that to me yet, and I've talked to every single person. It's like, I'm a happy member of cancel culture. So why does Ezra Miller still have a job?
Good question. Because first off, he killed the Flash for me and choked out some woman on camera. So he should be double canceled.
I really don't like his depiction of Barry Allen.
It was too Wally West for me to be Barry Allen.
It was honestly too Bart Allen.
Really think so? Well, I kind of get
it was a little bit more. But
I feel like Bart and Wally are like similar in like.
But the
in
thing
the
is,
fact like they're
Wally was actually
fanboys.
funny.
Yeah. Yeah. But like,
I mean, we have him now. There's nothing we can really do about it.
I mean, they could retcon to give us Grant Gustin, which they already had.
If only.
And for some reason chose not to put him in the movie.
Also,
like, bro,
a great way to connect the TV shows to the cinematic.
And they did it.
Which they ended up doing anyway.
They did it anyway. Yeah. So like, I was like, and like, my thing, I was talking to somebody else. So it's like, well, you know, the Flash wasn't even really in like a whole lot of scenes for Justice League. Grant Gustin really could have done it. They really could have taken like a hiatus for like 3 or 4 months, whatever, and actually filmed him being the Flash in there, and then him going back to the TV show. It really could have happened, but they chose to not do it with somebody that they already had. I guess they tried to go for like a younger Barry Allen, but made him too Wally. Mm-hmm. It was weird, and like he was way too young to be even a member of the Justice. Like if they went with Wally, it would have made more sense.
Right. That's not, if you're gonna go with a younger Barry, you should go with Wally.
Yeah.
Like Barry is the same age as like Bruce.
Yeah.
Clark.
Yeah. It made absolutely no sense now, and I was honestly pissed off. And then his running style, like I get it.
I want to see any sprinter that runs like that.
Like I get it. You're not an athlete. You know, you're a nerd. But like
this dude's over here running like Devilman Crybaby.
But like, but it's like,
and someone's gonna get that reference.
But it's like, you know, what was it? Like it talks about how like he like the Flash like read stuff, internalize it and like keep it. So you told me he didn't practice running, or he didn't like see how to run properly, or the best way to like utilize his speed. No, you tell me he didn't do any of that. He didn't do any test runs on how to run correctly as a speedster. He just like all haphazardly runs weirdly with his legs all
it's a
in
weird
the air.
nitpick, but I don't like that he doesn't have red lightning.
Yeah.
I know it's a weird nitpick.
Well, I mean, like,
but the Speed Force isn't like regular lightning, so.
But Barry has yellow lightning in the Super though.
And that's fine with me. Like, at least if you kind of go in that primary color thing, but the blue really doesn't make sense, and it kind of contrasts with the like overall aesthetic of the suit.
Maybe he's Savitar.
That would be a great twist, but no.
This is actually not who I am. The real Barry Allen's locked away in a.
I mean, if you really want.
I guess that made me feel better. Okay, he's not the real one. All right.
If you really want to make me happy, WB, reveal that it's actually been Bart Allen this entire time, and Barry's actually lost in the Speed Force, and that could be the. You know what? Now I'm just reaching. I just really don't like Ezra Miller as the Flash. I really don't.
Nah, you gotta be quicker than that. Definitely not. Nah. Man, but yeah, that's not because it was kind of clean though. And I'm also, when are they gonna start doing like other characters besides Batman, Superman?
I mean, they are the founding members. I mean, if they were smart about it, they would be doing Justice League West or like there's
not even that, but like
Justice League East or Justice League Dark.
Not even like a whole Justice League movie, just like standalone movies. Like I heard some of them might be doing a Blue Beetle with Jaime Reyes. Finally,
yeah,
like
Firestorm.
Finally, like how many superheroes do they have? How many years? How many decades of superheroes do they have?
How about you finally give me my Static movie I've been wanting since the 90s?
Yeah.
How about that, WB?
Come down, bro.
I'm not calm with that.
They gonna call the cops, so you think about, hey, there's an irate black man here screaming about static. I don't understand what's going on. Maybe it's a street term. I have no idea what's going on.
Maybe it's like smoke. Maybe he wants that smoke.
Hey,
maybe he's craving violence.
I don't know what it is, but I fear for my life. I fear for my life.
I feel threatened.
He might have a weapon. I don't know. So
there's bulge in his pocket. I feel threatened.
Yeah, like so I'm actually happy that they got a Spectrum now and not Photon.
Spectrum. Well, I mean, they haven't officially named her yet, but
right.
I think they're gonna go.
I think they want Photon because
her nickname as the pilot was Photon.
That's
I don't think they've officially called her.
That was her mom's nickname. That was her mom's nickname.
Yes, mom nickname.
And so I think
don't think they've
officially
given her a name yet.
Do you think they were, because like she's supposed to be in Captain Marvel 2, which I'm even
I'll be
surprised
100% honest with you. I watched Captain Marvel. I've already forgotten everything about that movie, so
it made like.
I'll be honest with you.
Hold this.
Yeah.
It made no sense for half the stuff that she did. Like, for what reason did she get all these blasts and beams and stuff like that with the Space Stone? Like if you made her fast, even if you made her a speedster, I would understand. Space Stone, you get from one side of space to the other in an instant. I get it. Where did blasts and flat booties and all this other stuff that didn't make any sense for her to even have come from? Same with like the Mind Stone and giving Quicksilver speed. Why? And Scarlet Witch, where? How come? What you doing? But let me find out that y'all was too lazy to actually come up with real ways to give them powers, and we're just like, well, we got the Infinity Stones, and let's do that. No, make it. I get this. I get the superheroes. It really doesn't make sense, but make it make sense within this. Like I heard they changed the fact that Spider-Man doesn't get bit by a radioactive spider anymore, but like a genetically enhanced spider. Some dude went off on this whole tangent while I was like trying to buy a comic book and like leave. But he was like, because if you get by a radioactive spider, like you just get like cancer and die. But if you get bit by a genetically enhanced spider, it could possibly give you, spider powers for whatever reason. But he said it seemed more scientifically sound that way.
Hasn't always been implied that the reason it's a radioactive spider is because its genes have been genetically modified with radiation?
Yeah, I think it was done differently to where it was kind of like it walked through it or something like that, or like it got spilled on them or something.
Also, I think this dude needs to understand that just because you have radiation burns does not mean you have cancer.
That's what he told me.
Radiation just can
That's what he told me.
burn you.
But like I said, just make it
from the inside. It's like being microwaved.
Just like make it make sense.
Oversimplifying. It's an oversimplification, but yes.
Just like make it make sense for me, like in a way where it's like, okay, I can see where this happened. But then like nothing of Captain Marvel made sense. And I didn't really care about them changing Marvel into a woman. Didn't care. It didn't really make a difference. But like the fact that this reactor blows up and like washes over her and she gets powers instead of just melting her face off.
I mean, that's actually how she got her powers as Ms. Marvel in the comic books.
I thought it was the reactor from I thought she got it from Marvel in a different way. In
the comic books, like there was a Kree machine that was there that blew up, and like it washed over her, and her body was basically forcibly spliced with Kree DNA.
But that's not her getting having the Space Stone fly over her or whatever, and then like it just changed her instead of blowing her face off.
Okay, yeah, I get you.
It splicing her genes with alien DNA.
Honest, Ms. Marvel's entire origin has always been suspect. Yep. So I mean, even if you try and do that comic book justice, it's still gonna come off weird. But do you feel better now?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that how you feel? Yeah.
We'll talk about that for a while.
And you were worried we wouldn't have anything to talk about today.
Hey, that Stevie came through though. That Stevie came through.
Honestly, I don't know how we're gonna top that rant. We should probably just sign off.
That Stevie came through is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, you already got your third round of Stimmy. What's that like?
I haven't got it yet, but hey.
Stimmy turn.
Yeah. Stimmy turn. He be looking for the burn. Getting all the checks coming through now. I don't know the rest. I can't do anymore. But I don't know where I'm gonna top that. So I guess we out. Been your boy Overlord.
And your boy Kovu Khan.
Hey, if you have any rants about Ms. Marvel,
post them in the comments.
Let me know how y'all felt. Hopefully, Photon takes over as the new Captain Marvel, and we really gotta look at Brie Larson, same face the whole time in the movie with no emotions or whatever whatsoever.
I don't even really want her to take over for Ms. Marvel, for Captain Marvel. I want her to be her own superhero like she is in the comic books. Like I don't want her to have to be like, the real Captain Marvel.
She does take over the mantle of Captain Marvel.
But at the same time, they went forward with
But Brie Larson's Captain Marvel took over as Captain Marvel. So I mean, yeah.
But they went forward with Paul Rudd's Ant-Man rather than like the actual Hank Pym. So I mean, like Disney has taken tangents where they were necessary before. And I think the popularity of Monica Rambeau right now is hot enough to have her. Yeah, she is. There was a lot of thirsting for me in general in like WandaVision.
Yeah.
I was quite parched.
Yeah, you had
the entirety of that show.
And you had what's her face?
Yeah, Kat Dennings.
Kat Dennings.
Yeah, Monica Rambeau, which I wish I could remember the actress that plays his name. I'm
so bad with it, but I have it on there, but I know Kat Dennings for like a long time.
And I don't care what anybody says. Elizabeth Olsen is fine.
She cute too. I ain't gonna short her.
People were coming and splitting this like, how can people lust after Wanda when Monica Rambeau exists? Like, I can do both.
Yeah. Hey, I can
do both.
I got enough thirst for everybody. So ain't nobody gonna get left out.
There is enough thirst for everyone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, I guess we did continue after that rant.
We did.
You never know what's gonna happen.
So let's try this again.
Boy, Overlord.
And your boy Kovu Khan.
We out of here.
Peace.
Later.